Dear students, good morning to all of you. I am very happy to find myself amongst all of you. Today, I am going to start a topic that is Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Roli Hala Hala Mandela. Nelson Mandela was born in South Africa. He was born in a village. He was the man who proved that a struggle is life. He did a struggle throughout of his life. He saw in his head that the black were depressed by the white when he came to his consciousness. From that very day, from that very time, he started doing a struggle in favor of the black against the white to establish the full sense of equality, fraternity, and liberty in the society. There is a line that is told that man gets what he does, man achieves what he likes. He has proved in his life on the basis of his honesty, on the basis of his truth, on the basis of his struggle, on the basis of his hard labor, and he has proved that hard labor never goes in vain. Honesty is the best policy, and the most important proverb that is told in English language, that in English literature, that where there is a will, there is a way. He was a good man, he was an honest man, he was a right man, he was the man of the struggle. When you heard he was born in a poor family. In spite of this, when he came to consciousness, he started doing a struggle, and on the basis of the struggle, he had got his name written in the golden pages of the world history. He was really a man of quality. He was really a man of glory. He was really a man of achievements. And really, what he did in his life has become the models for everyone who believes in freedom, who believes in liberty, who believes in equality. Whenever he was struggling, he found many difficulties, but he did not care for his difficulties at all. He accepted difficulty, impediments in his life, and he never accepted impediments, hurdles in his life. He went throughout in his life doing a struggle, and on the basis of that very struggle, he got what he thought. Only one mission was in his life. The mission was how to get liberty in favor of the black against the white. When he was struggling, he found that the black were tortured by the white. The black were sometimes manhandled by the white. The black were demoralized by the white. There was completely racial discrimination in the society. There was completely a path of darkness for the people who were black at that time. At that time, that very man took vow and he started doing hard labor, that it was his duty to get liberty, to get emancipation in favor of the black, and he did. He got, he achieved what he liked. It was his mission, it was his determination, it was his achievement, it was his coveted plan, and he proved coveted plan as per his planning, as per his choice. Really, in that very day, South Africa was suffering from racial discrimination, and when he found such type of the racial discrimination in the society, he started thinking very deeply how he would be able to establish the sense of liberty in the society, and really he established on the basis of his notion and good motion that he applied throughout in his life. He was born on 18th July 1918. Since then he got the ray of struggle in his life, and he moved throughout the country. He addressed lot of meetings. He motivated the black and he requested the white to follow the path of equality in the society. But really, when he got opportunity to be the president in, it is said, 1994, and he continued on the post of the president till 1999. It means he continued on the post of the president from 1994 to 1999. Really, he was a man of high motion and mission. He was a man of self-determination. He was a man who had planning to do everything in favor of the black of the South Africa. Whenever we come to India, we think about Gandhi. Gandhi was a social worker, a statesman, and he was a lover of truth. He was devotee of non-violence and truth. He also did a struggle throughout of his life in favor of freedom in our society. Really, Gandhi was also embodiment of non-violence and truth. He was the embodiment of God. In the same way, when we come to South Africa, we find that Nelson Mandela was a man of bold determination and motivated planning, that he thought it was his duty to get freedom in favor of the people of South Africa, those people who were the black. Really, the time was very dark. No one was thinking how the sense of justice will prevail in South Africa. No one was in a mood to start the struggle, but that very man whose advent on the political scene of Africa was like God, was like angel. He started doing a struggle throughout of his life, going on with the full sense of struggle, going on with the full sense of work, and he was doing work day and night, and on the basis of that very work, he wrote a new history in the world. He made a new history in the world, the history that one can get equality, the history one can get achievement, the history one can get liberty, the history one can avail every kind of opportunity in the society. It was his thought plan that he did throughout his life. Whenever he was elected the president of South Africa, and he delivered a very long speech in the President's Hall of the South Africa. At that time, near about every dignitary, every head of the nation was present there to be the witness of his oath ceremony. He took oath ceremony and he started telling the very important lines, very pathetic lines. He told, once there was a time I was neglected by the military, I was arrested by the police, but now you see that helicopters are running over the sky to salute me, and police were ready to salute him. Really, it was not the opportunity only for Nelson Mandela, but it was the opportunity for all the people of South Africa. Really, those who were black, really the black had been leading the humiliation life. He had been leading the very downtrodden life. They were sometimes tortured. They were not given opportunity to adhere the rights in the society. They were debarred from the service. They were debarred from the meetings. Really, they were treated the worst citizen in the South Africa. But at that very time, that very man who was like the ray of hope for the people of the black in the South Africa. Whenever he was addressing the meeting, he told everyone that opportunity should be given in a way of equality to every person of the society, as everyone is equal. And he told the sun is equal for us, the earth is equal for us, the air is equal for us. So why not everyone should have equal opportunity in this world? In course of addressing the meeting, the gathering, the oath ceremony, he provided opportunity both the white and the black. Really, it was his good desire, it was his good notion, it was his an excellent notion that whenever he got opportunity, that he provided opportunity both the black and the white. Both were given some of the higher post in his presidency. Really, it was a good planning. It was an excellent planning. It was the planning of high attitude. It was the planning of high motion, as it is known very well that God comes to help that very man who seeks help from the side of God on the basis of his honesty, on the basis of his true labor. And that very Nelson Mandela did, and he got opportunity to take the oath of the president in the president hall. And at that time he was delivering the speech. In course of delivering the speech, he was showing his sense of expression, in the sense of happiness, that equality must be established in the society. And because of that very reason, he provided equality, not only black but also white. And he told that people should know how to lead the life of reverence, life of respect, life of equality in the society. Further, he told that every person should have sense of love, affection and cooperation in the society, should have sense of sympathy in the society, should have compassion in the society. He told further that love comes from inside, not from outside. He told love is a magnet that attracts everybody who attains the purity of heart and devotion. And he further told that everyone should have sympathy for others. The rich must have the sympathy for the poor, the white must have cooperation for the black. And really there is no difference, but the difference has been made by the white. It was a matter of great regret for him, for the people of the society, as the white were making difference between the black and the white, and the white were considering themselves that they were the living person of the society. But that Nelson Mandela proved that he was born to establish the sense of real equality in the society. He was jailed for many years, but he did not care for his jail. He was always doing work in favor of freedom. He was always doing work in favor of liberty, and he did not accept impediments throughout of his life. That is why he got to be the good, to be the right, to be the best, to be the man of the high quality on the basis of his hard labor, honesty, integrity, chastity. Really, surely, certainly, it can be said that the man like Nelson Mandela always creates a new history in the society. It is the lesson for everyone. Lesson in this context that everyone should have high motive, everyone should have sense of reverence, Everyone should have sense of respect. Everyone should try to avail the opportunity in a way of righteousness, in the full sense of the righteousness. It was his work, it was his philosophy, it was his desire, it was his coveted ideal. It is told in a line that can be said in a way that man who is here, that man who was there at that time was suffering because of the unequal problem created by the man. Created by the man, it means the white, they were creating the problem. They were not helping the white, were not helping the black. The white were creating the problem in front of the black. The white were not a good man, not a right man. He was, they were the man of the discrimination. They were creating discrimination in the society on the basis of the racial quality. Really, it was based on skin. Skin means some of the people who are born in a good atmosphere, they become white. Some people, they are born in a sunny atmosphere, they became black. But what was being understood by the black, that those black people created problem in favor of the black. It means those white people created problem in favor of, against the black. Really, it was a very, very, it can be said that inhuman activity applied by the white against the black. But whenever Nelson Mandela took oath, he showed not only the South Africa, the people of all over the world, that man can do everything in this world. Man can achieve every quality in his life. It is told in the language of Napoleon Bonaparte that the line, that the word impossible is found in the dictionary of the fool. Man can do everything in this world. Nothing is impossible for man. Man is the superior creature created by God. That is why it is the work of the man to think always superior quality, work, superior motion man should have in favor of man. But really, in that very time, what was being done by that very white, that was a black spot on the name of humanity. That was really the wrong word on the name of humanity. But it is very well known. One cannot depress others for a long time. One cannot torture anyone for a long time. Whenever we come to India, we see such type of thing that was done by the English. The English, we are always depressing the people, suppressing the people. They were oppressing the people. They were torturing the people of India. But Gandhi came at that time like the ray of God, like God, and he showed the path of freedom for the people of India. In the same way, that very Nelson Mandela was not an ordinary man. He was a man of high thought, and on the basis of thought, on the basis of struggle, on the basis of work, he did what he wanted. He got what he liked. He proved freedom. He proved equality, he proved liberty, he proved fraternity in the favor of the people of South Africa. And there was a huge gathering at the time of his oath ceremony. People were happy. He told, my happiness is not only related to myself, my happiness is related to every person, whether man and woman in the South Africa. And I want to show that every person should have completely notion how to treat in a right way, in a proper way, in a legitimate way, in an equal way, in a way that must be acceptable in the society. No one is born high or low in the society. It is the work that makes high and low, but it is the duty of every person to maintain real coordination, reconciliation, unison between the two in the society. The two here. My intention is to say regarding the black and the white. People were suffering, people were being tortured, people were being manhandled, people were not given proper opportunity by the white. No, and really that very time the black were completely suffering from inequality in that very society. At that time, Nelson Mandela showed him the path of equality, and he proved the path of equality by doing the hard labor, by going to the jail, by suffering for a long time to live in the jail, and he did not care for it at all. He got what he thought. He was a man of high motive, and on the basis of high motive, really he proved that one can do everything if one wants from the inside of the heart. And at that time, everyone was appreciating him. He is Nelson Mandela, who is the representative of black, who has represented black throughout of his life, and he had been elected the president of South Africa, and he had got the position of the high portfolio, the position of the highest portfolio in the society, and really everyone recognized his labor, his honesty, his integrity, his sympathy, his cooperation, his affection, his knowledge, and his full sense of doing hard labor, and he proved himself, he showed everyone in this world that one can achieve the goal if one has motivation, if one has coveted planning. Really, surely, perseverance and reverence, guided by discipline and system, yield coveted success in life. True, sure, certain that one can achieve. Really, Nelson Mandela, about whom I am teaching, not an ordinary man. He was the man of high thought. He was the man who got everything. He was the man who proved that society is for everyone. He was the man who proved equality is for everyone. He was the man who proved liberty is for everyone. He was the man who proved fraternity is for everyone. He was the man who proved that really everyone should get proper opportunity to live in the society, to avail every opportunity of the society. But really, surely, certainly, perfectly, it is the chapter that is to be taught in the class 10th, that is known as Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. Here, the title is known as Long Walk. Long Walk means that he had to struggle for a long time. The time when he got consciousness, since then, he got the post of president in his life. That is why it is called Long Walk to Freedom. The students, especially, it is a very good thing that you can take a very valuable lesson in your life. If you want to make your career up to the mark, if you want to achieve the goal in your life, you have to learn a valuable lesson from the life of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela, he was born in a very simple family. In spite of this, he got what he thought. If you want to achieve the goal in your life, you can achieve, you can do, you can get. But one thing that you have to learn, work is life. Work makes man perfect. Work is the very breath of life. Without doing hard labor, one cannot achieve the goal of life. I have already told you that a struggle is life, and it is the best example that we have got, that I have got in the life of Nelson Mandela. And Nelson Mandela has showed the way of hope, has shown the way of hope throughout of the world, that one can achieve the goal of life. One does hard labor from the very core of his heart, from the very core of his soul. So here I want to tell, especially in this context, that we should have opportunity in which everyone should have equality, fraternity, and more than this, everyone should feel the dignity of human beings, preservance of human beings, reverence of human beings, respect of human beings, and everyone should be given the opportunity in which no one can complain against others that he is being demolished, that he is being demoralized, that he is being tortured, that he is being not provided a good opportunity in the society. So here I want to say, especially in this context, that we have to come to position to understand what is the importance of the human life, what is the importance of the motion, what is the importance of the mission, what is the importance of the planning, what is the importance of the thought motion, and that very Nelson Mandela showed in his life. So it is a matter of great lesson for all of us. Dear students, you have career, you have to think, you have to take a valuable lesson, and you have to learn how to do the hard labor. You have to prove the efficiency of this very hard labor. It is great manner and courtesy. It is a very well known, simple living and high thinking. Every good things, every knowledgeable thing is found in the life of the Nelson Mandela. That is why he was born in a village of South Africa. Whenever he got consciousness, since then he started doing hard labor, and on the basis of his hard labor, on the basis of his struggle, on the basis of his motivated planning, he started doing hard work, and really he was able to achieve the goal of his life. Whenever he got opportunity to be the president of South Africa, he took oath, and that 10th May has become the motto of the liberty, and that very day, that very date, that very man was recognized as the president, and he was the president who had given a path of success for everyone who wants to achieve the goal of life in favor of his human being, in favor of his society. So here I do want to say that the chapter that is prescribed for class 10th, but for class 10th, especially for class 10, CLASS, class 10th, literature. What is literature? ENGLISH, English, LITERATURE, English literature. No, English literature, and it must be, dear students, you should go through the textual readings, and after going through the textual readings, you have to learn hard words. After learning the hard words, just I am going to show the tips. What I am telling. First of all, that there are certain things read out. R-E-A-D, read out. First, the chapter must be read out. Second, learn hard words. Learn hard words. And use hard words in your sentences. Use hard words in your sentences. Use hard word in your sentences. If you read out, you will get difficulty. Thereafter, you will learn hard words, and those hard words must be learned by you how to use in your own sentences. And when you go through the contextual readings, textual readings, thereafter, you will be able to enhance your English. And if you know how to write down correct sentence, it means you will be able to answer any question that is asked from the chapter. Here, I have taught Nelson Mandela. I have delivered a speech. But that speech is not only sufficient for you. Your labor is sufficient for you. Your labor is everything for you. If you are doing the hard labor, if you are doing the thought labor in favor of your career, that you have got the good marks, first of all, you have to read out the chapter again and again. After reading the chapter, you have to learn words. After learning the words, you have to also see there are many things that are written which must be preserved, which must be applied in your writings. in your knowledge, and thereafter you will be able to achieve the good marks, as well as you will be called a knowledgeable man in your English literature. As I told yesterday, English literature plays a very vital role. It creates soul. It provides soul. How? If you do labor. So you have to learn. Labor is key to success. Labor does not go to an end. But in course of doing hard labor, it must be in your mind. Creative labor and positive labor. If you are doing creative labor and positive labor, it is sure that you will be achieved what you want. That will be able what you want to get in your life. So here I have taught this chapter, I have summarized this chapter, I have given the nut and shell of this chapter, but it is your duty to go through the textual readings. After textual readings, I have already told that you have to learn the words. Words must be applied, words must be used in your sentences, and thereafter you have to also learn how to deliver a speech. When you are learning how to deliver a speech, your two things will be very, very strong in the field of English language and literature. First, your writing, and second, your speaking capacity. Your motivating capacity, your inspiring capacity will be strong. So dear students, I have taught today that very Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela, and here I have also given so many things, so many quotations, so many lines. These lines must be preserved in your life to be a good writer, to be a good learner, to be a good student. Thank you. Follow what I have told. Again, I will give you some notes on this topic. Thank you, my dear students.